4:28 am at the Road to International Cricket's first Test Championship final has been formally unveiled, but debate remains over who exactly will host it. England are the championship table toppers. ESPNcricinfo has learned that there is a difference of opinion over where the final should be held. The ICC and most member boards have agreed that the first two finals, in 2021 and 2023, should be held in the country where the game originated. For instance, New Zealand's FDP schedule for 2019-23, released by NZC on Wednesday, had the final penciled in for June 2021, with England as the host. The BCCI, however, is believed to be of the view that the final should be hosted by whichever team finishes at the top of the championship table at the cut-off date for championship matches, which is the end of March 2021 in the case of the inaugural edition. There are commercial and broadcasting concerns into the bargain too, as, according to an ICC working paper presented at a meeting in April and seen by ESPNcricinfo, the Test Championship final will be considered an ICC event, with commercial and broadcasting rights to the 5-day match to be retained by the global governing body. This would be the first Test match to be played under these conditions, with Test rights traditionally held by the host country. Those details are not yet final, however, and the matter is expected to be discussed at the ICC annual conference later this month. James Sutherland, the Cricket Australia chief executive and a major driver of the Test Championship and ODI leagues, said that the commercial rights value of the two finals, by some estimates expected to reap as much as $40 million in addition to bilateral series over the next 4 years, needed to be discussed in conjunction with the final decision over where they would be held. That hasn't been totally worked through yet, Sutherland said. As a starting point in my mind, the first thing we need to work out is where it's going to be played. Once we've worked out where it's going to be played, the conversation would need to take place at that host country. Because it would have an immediate impact on their own local broadcasting deal, then things can get sorted from there. That's something that is not a short-term priority but will need to be sorted out over the course of the next 12 months, James Sutherland, Cricket Australia CEO. Getty Images' use of timing for the final led most countries to conclude that the English summer was the most practical place for the final to be played, potentially with a showpiece week at Lord's, the traditional home of the game. Being a new concept and a test match being a one-off, what we've decided and agreed is the best timing for the championship playoff will be the June to July period, Sutherland said. We would like the idea, particularly if Australia was to qualify for the final, would be to host that match in Australia. But for the first 2 years of the cycle, the championship match is going to be played in the Northern Hemisphere, in the UK most likely. Down the track, member countries like being able to host it if we could. Complexity of the program can make things challenging. With the Test playoff, you don't know who will play a qualifier and still need to schedule matches for the next cycle. That gets much more difficult in our summer. The northern summer, when typically in July in any 1 year, it's like there will be two players playing international cricket, England and whoever they're playing. If we were to play in November in the Southern Hemisphere or Asian market, it's difficult to schedule, because 8 or 10 member nations could have matches scheduled. On Wednesday, details of the new Future Tours program from 2019 to 2023 were revealed by those that have developed it, the full members, with the Test Championship set to feature the world's top 9 teams playing 6 series apiece over a 2-year cycle, culminating in the final. Australia's Ashes Tour of England, immediately following the 2019 World Cup, will be the first series of the championship, which will consist of Test series of anywhere between 2 and 5 matches duration. Points will be awarded for individual Test match wins, with matches in shorter series worth more. A parallel ODI Series League will begin in 2020, leading into the 2023 World Cup. The top 7 nations in the league will earn automatic berths for the Showcase tournament, with the remainder being compelled to play a qualifying tournament. All ODI series have been capped at 3 matches apiece. Also significant is a rise in the number of 2020 internationals played over the next 4 years, with the hope that a league for the format in may be added to the program from 2023 onwards. We believe that the new FDP will be a big step forward for international cricket, with much improved structure and context for matches played in the Test and ODI formats, Sutherland said. Together with other member countries, we are confident that this will grow interest in the international game, and our team is very much looking forward to launching the World Test Championship with our 2019 Ashes series in England.